This tutorial is all about a bind off that is perfect for finishing off knit 1 purl 1 ribbing. It is stretchy, it does not form a ridge at the top of the fabric, and it makes the ribbing wrap around the edge, creating a beautiful polished look of a well-finished fabric. This bind off is known as an Italian bind off or a tubular bind off, but no matter how you call it, it's definitely worth a try. We'll start the bind off with 2 preparation rows. This step is optional, but these rows do make a difference, and I want to show you how. This swatch is bound off with 2 preparation rows, and this one is bound off without the preparation rows, just the bind off itself. And here's the difference. First of all, if you look at the edges, you will see that this one is puffier, so it's kind of more rounded, and this one is more flat. So that's one difference. Another difference is the stretch. The one that is made with preparation rows is stretchy, but not too stretchy. And when you let it go, then it comes back into its shape, right? It doesn't stretch and stay stretched. This one, on the other hand, the one that is done without preparation rows, this one stretches more, it's really stretchy. And when you let it go, it doesn't spring back to shape as good as this one, right? So that means that when you wear the project, this bind off will stretch over time and will become too stretched. So if you plan to keep your edges nicely rounded and not too stretched, then I suggest we do preparation rows before we actually bind off stitches. So how do we do that? The preparation rows are easy. Knit 1 stitch, then bring the yarn to the front of the work and slip the next stitch purlwise. That means you insert the tip of the right needle from right to left into the stitch. And that's it. And then repeat. Knit 1, slip 1. Knit 1, slip 1. And in this case, I assume that your ribbing starts with a knit 1. If it's purl 1, which is unusual, then you start by slipping the stitch. So the point is to knit all knits and slip the purl stitches with the yarn in front. And we do it till we come to the last 2 stitches, and then we knit the last knit and we purl the last purl. Turn your work and we'll do it one more time. So these are 2 preparation rows. They're worked exactly the same way, and we do them twice. So it's row 1 and row 2. Knit, slip, and we do it to the last 2 stitches, and then we knit the last knit stitch and purl the last stitch. That's it. The preparation rows are done. I put the needle aside because we won't need it anymore, because this bind off is done with a wool needle. So I'm gonna take the wool needle instead. And because we are doing it with a wool needle, that means we're gonna cut the tail, and the tail should be pretty long. It should be enough to bind off all of the stitches, right? So measure the tail, that is about at least 3 times as long as the edge itself, and then cut it. But I won't cut this tail because I want to use yarn in a contrasting color. So I have a piece of a contrasting color yarn right here, and I'm gonna thread this one into a wool needle and pretend that this is my actual yarn tail. And I'm gonna ignore the real yarn tail. Now I'm gonna just attach this piece to the work as if it is a yarn tail, and it's coming from about the same spot as the actual yarn tail. Okay, so now we are ready to bind off stitches. The first step is a bit tedious because we have to maneuver the wool needle, and here's how we do it. Place the wool needle at the back of the first knit stitch, like this, and then insert it into the first purl stitch that is right here. Insert it from left to right. So that's a bit of a maneuver, like this. And then pull the yarn through. That's it. In this bind off, we're going to join the knit stitches to the knit stitches and the purls to the purls. So we're going to work in pairs. and we'll start with the knit stitches. Why we did this little maneuver? Because we want to have the right side of the edge nicely formed, because if we don't do that, then this side will be a bit loopy, so the stitches will kind of be detached, and that doesn't look nice. So that's why we need to run the needle through the purl stitch first to keep them kind of together, right? And now we actually proceed to the bind off, and we'll start with 2 knit stitches. So we'll join these 2 stitches first. Insert the wool needle from left to right into the first knit stitch and slip it off the needle like this. And then insert the same wool needle from right to left into the next knit stitch. So see, I'm skipping the purl, I'm just going into the knit. And then pull the yarn through. Now it will be hard to form the bind off edge if we keep all stitches on the needle. So I prefer to actually slip them, because we know that each of these stitches already has yarn in it, so it's not gonna unravel. So I'm confidently slip these 3 stitches off the needle, and then we pull to shape the bind off edge. The bind off edge is gonna be made of these strands, and they should be on top of the stitches. That's why it's much easier to do it when the stitches are off the needle. So pull the yarn, but don't pull it too tight. This strand should be about as big as one leg of the stitch that is in the fabric, right? And that's it. So we just joined 2 knit stitches. Now it's time to join 2 purl stitches. This one, the one that's already slipped, and the one that is still on the needle. To join the purl stitches, insert the wool needle from back to front into the stitch that is already slipped. And if you see, I just missed, right? If you don't see it properly, it's always easier to turn it this way and look for the knit, because the purl will look as a knit on the wrong side. And go from back to front into the stitch when you're looking at the stitch from the right side of the work. And then insert the needle from left to right into the next purl stitch like this, and slip it off the needle. Then pull the yarn, but again don't pull it too tight, and form the second strand. See, they are sitting on top of the stitches. That's it. Now we go back to knits. So we insert the wool needle from front to back into the knit stitch that is already slipped from the needle, and from basically back to front, but we go from right to left into the next knit stitch like this. Slip the stitch off the needle and pull the yarn and form the strand at the top. Now we go for purls. Find that purl that is slipped. It's usually easy, like I said, to find it as a knit on the wrong side of the work, and then go from left to right into the next purl. Slip it off, pull the yarn through, and form the strand nicely on top. And keep doing that, joining 1 knit stitch, another knit stitch, slip it off, pull the yarn through, form the strand. By forming, I mean don't pull it too tight, just make it look nice, okay? And then go for purls. Back to front into the slipped purl, then left to right into the one that's on the needle, slip it off, pull the yarn through, shape the bind of edge, the strand. And do it again for the knits, and again for the purls. And that's it. See, we bound off all stitches. When we come to the very end of the bind off, we need to join these 2 stitches, and to do that we go from front to back into the knit stitch and from right to left into the purl stitch. So we join the last stitch the same way as we joined the first stitches right here. And then pull the yarn through and secure the yarn. Basically make a knot and hide the tail. And that's it. And that's how the edge looks. And you see, because we used a different color, a yarn in a different color, you see how it forms. It forms by little strands that create that look of the ribbing kind of being wrapped around the edge. That's it. Just a few steps to create a beautiful bind of edge. Thank you for watching this video and have a wonderful week. I'll see you in the next tutorial.